Oh, better not see Natty in the bio.
This Anavar was promised to me.
Oh. You think it'll blow up my video now?
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Haven't seen you guys in a while. We got Ari up in the cut.
Hey, friends.
He came over to Austin for a little. We're about to go work out. I just popped a super draw. Ari, you want an Anavar?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. I came here 2 days ago and I said, I'm not taking any of your drugs, and here I am. I'm an Anavar.
All right, we're about to go hit a fucking back day, and today we're going to be talking about the secret to the universe. And if you want to know the secret to the universe, you got to think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency. And with that being said, let's go get a fucking back pump. All right, so while I wait for Ari to get in the car, today's video is going to be all about the most fundamental thing for any type of success in life, which is the law of vibration. And I've come to discover in my own life and coaching many other people that there's nothing more important than your vibration, and I want to share with you guys today, first off, what not to do to fuck up your vibration, but most importantly, what to do to start increasing your vibration, because once you understand that, whatever you want is within your control, quite honestly. Yes. This is the fucking drive to the gym, bro. I love it. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the secret to life, okay? As you can see, unemployed, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5. The secret's to be unemployed, because a man who works all day has no time to make money. I'm pretty sure John D. Rockefeller, who made the school system, said that, so just think about it. As you can see, it's not yesterday, it's today. We tried to pull up to this gym yesterday, but it's closed. So we went to Los Campanos. And you can't fucking film there, so we didn't film yesterday. So me and Ari got fresh cuts. Yes. A little change of clothes. But now, I wanted to bring you guys along for a workout. I'll show you how to actually fucking train. Then we're gonna talk about the law of vibration, which I recorded earlier. Vibration's fucking higher now, man. We're flowing. Lots of opportunities came our way, man. It's awesome. But we got 3 plates, third set. I go fucking ham.
Why you got something against me? Popping that XYZ. Cars outside on fleek. Look when she act like free. Show a little some get teased. Everybody just got low. Heard it's a whole lot of peace. Try to octane in the styrofoam. Keep the number at it's a two-tone. No talking G6, she wanna eat. She driving V6, I'm out in Venus. Baby sexy, she wanna. Out in Tijuana, I'm a real. What would I buy now here to stay? Right down the block in the corner, say 200,000 is on my head. I'll still get money when I'm gone and dead. Try to keep dropping it, try to keep popping it, Southside shopping it. I got the plug, I'm making deposits since you doing opposite. She keep on dropping it, try to keep popping it, try to she a geeker. Try to octane in the styrofoam. Keep the number at it's a two-tone. No talking G6, she wanna eat. She driving V6, I'm out in Venus. Baby sexy, she wanna. Tijuana, I'm a real. What would I buy now here to stay? Right down the block in the corner, say 200,000 is on my head. I'll still get money when I'm gone and dead. Try to keep dropping it, try to keep popping it, Southside shopping it. I got the plug, I'm making deposits since you doing opposite. She keep on dropping it, try to keep popping it, try to she a geeker. Yes, I'm overly lit, but I'm tired. Play around with this thing, get fired. Popping once they here to revive.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the law of vibration. Now, this is gonna be a little bit different of a law of vibration video than maybe you typically see online, because I'm not gonna be breaking down the science of the law of vibration. I mean, I kinda am, but I'm gonna be breaking down what I've personally discovered, learning about the law of vibration in terms of how it can help you succeed in reach your potential in life using my own experiences, and what I've personally learned has also worked with people I've worked with, like my clients. And sharing with you in a way that maybe make more sense than just like a regular scientific video of the law of vibration. But I want to make this video. The reason I'm making this video is because this is probably one of the most important things to understand in life is the law of vibration. I've had many conversations with some of my most successful friends and even some of my most successful clients, people who have either achieved like an amazing transformation with their physique or people who have made a lot of money. Like I have my client Ari outside right now. He went from 0 to 50K a month in less than a year. And he also agrees that it's all the law of vibration, right? If you raise your vibration and you detach from anything that could be holding you back, like negative emotions, it just completely shifts your mindset and it brings completely different outcomes to your life. And so we are here to raise your vibration up to the absolute extreme so you can live a more successful life. And this all starts with understanding this right over here. So you might be able to see it, there may be a little glare on it, but this right here is like a cone right here, and all of the different emotions are right over here. If you just search up vibrational energy chart, you'll see this is maybe a little bit better of a picture, but I want to draw it out for you guys. And up here we have high emotions, high vibrations, right? This is like plus 700 is what they would say. And these are emotions like enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance, willingness. And then we get to neutrality. And after neutrality, we start to work our way down to kind of like more negative emotions, which is gonna be like courage, pride, anger, desire, fear, grief, apathy, guilt, and shame. And so anything above neutrality, that emotion means your conscious is expanding. It is growing. You are seeing the world to be a place of growth and abundance and opportunity, right? Now, if you are in a negative emotion, anything below neutrality, you're gonna be in a contracted consciousness, a contracted state. So you'll see the world as a place of fear and as a place of lack and as a place of scarcity almost. If you're operating out of emotion, let's call it desire, right? You desire something super strongly. Maybe you desire this dream car so much. It's all you want, right? You're gonna be in a contracted state, and you're gonna constantly see this world as a place of scarcity and as a place of not having enough because you have such a strong desire for this, but you don't have it. And even though it kind of feels good to desire this materialistic thing, it's actually putting you in a place that's gonna make it next to impossible to achieve it. So law of attraction also goes with law of detachment, right? Because if you can't raise your vibration, it's probably because you're too fucking attached to something that you want. And I see this all the time. I want to bring this up here really quick, guys. I see this all the time with people. They are so attached to the outcome, what they want in life, that it puts them in a negative vibration because they don't get it. They don't have it yet. They haven't obtained it. And so they're never going to fucking get it. They're never going to get it because they're so attached to the external, when what you need to understand is as soon as you detach from the physical, from what's outside of here, from that physical goal that maybe you want, and you simply shift your internal to be the person who already has that, you raise your vibration as soon as you're actually going to get it. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be next to impossible to achieve anything that you want in life when you're super attached to it. Even relate this to relationships. I'm sure you guys have been there before. You're so attached to this one chick, you're so obsessed over her, and she doesn't like it. She runs away. She causes problems because of it, because you're so attached to it. Yet when you're detached from something, when you don't even want something, it tends to come to you. You're like, damn, dude, the ugly chicks are coming up to me. What the fuck is this? And it's because you don't want them. And not needing something, not wanting something puts you in a place of abundance, and that right there is attractive. It's not only attractive for people, but it's also attractive for the universe. When you don't need something is when you get it, and that's one of the biggest learning lessons of what you understand about the law of vibration. Detach from everything that you want and simply cultivate within who you need to become to attract that into your life. Let me make this make sense. So let's say there's a car you want or a place you want to move to, or just you have a strong desire for something. You want to make 10 grand a month. Maybe you want to achieve your dream physique, whatever it may be. A lot of people operate out of a place of like desire for that, right? They desire it so strongly. And because they're so attached to it, because they desire it so much, they're constantly in this negative vibration because they're angry they don't have it, because they're fearful they won't get it, because maybe they have guilt that they tried something but it didn't work out or something like that, right? These are all things I commonly see amongst people. Now, as soon as you detach from what it is that you want and you simply focus on cultivating a higher vibration within, right, you start to accept you for who you are. Maybe you start to just love yourself more, your life more, the ability to actually move the needle ahead a little bit every single day. Even though it's not going to get you the result right away, you still love that you can just wake up and actually live today. As soon as you're also in a place of peace, right? You have everything you need. I want you to understand that. This is one of the most profound things that has changed my life, is always understanding that God will give you your daily bread. You should never be in a place of fear or lack. You should never be scared that you're not going to have enough money. You should never be scared that if she leaves you, you're not going to be able to find more love or another chick just like her. You should never be scared of that because you'll be contracted. You want to be in a place of love, of joy, of peace, where you understand there's abundance, where you understand that even just waking up and being able to live today is more than enough. And so we'll go into this later, but one of the most important things, the antidote to being in a negative state, is gratitude. And if you find yourself constantly in this negative state, if you find it hard to increase your vibration, it's because you aren't grateful enough. So gratitude is one of the most important things I do every morning. I'll share with this later. But yeah, expanded consciousness. So when you're in an expanded vibrational state, you're connected to higher powers. What do I mean by that? You're connected to things called like infinite intelligence. You're just operating at a higher vibration, and you're going to download more powerful thoughts, more innovative thoughts. I remember like Michael Jackson said this once. He said he would get like these downloads of like certain melodies or tunes or songs, and he would go straight to the studio to go ahead and make the song before anybody else did, because he truly believed that there's a higher vibration out there, and that's where all of the amazing innovative thoughts and creations and ideas come from. And I believe it to be true, because there's been times before where I'm operating at such a high vibration, I'm coming up with ideas that I don't know how I came up with it. I don't know where these ideas or these thoughts or these innovative creations are coming from. They're just like being downloaded to my mind. It's because when your conscious is expanded, you're operating at a higher vibration. Think about it this way. Imagine there's like radio waves all around, right? Now, most people, they operate radio waves right down here. There's not much activity going on. It's kind of just lame thoughts, scarcity. I don't have enough of this. I don't have enough of that. Blah, 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 blah. This world sucks, right? Now, the people who are truly successful in life operate at a higher radio wave. They're listening to better music up here, while these people are listening to lower vibration music. These people up here listening to higher vibration music, they're going to succeed more in life because they have better quality of thoughts. And thoughts lead to actions, actions lead to habits, habits lead to your outcomes in life. So everything starts within here. Now, if you're in a contracted vibrational state, you become limited. Your mind becomes limited. It becomes entrapped inside of just reality is the best way to put it. And you don't want to be entrapped inside of reality. That's where 99% of people are, trapped inside of reality. It sounds delusional to say that you don't want to be trapped inside of reality, but let's be real. Look around you. Do you want to live this current life? 95% of you are probably saying right now, no, Ryan, I want to change. I want to move places. I want to get a better life, a better job. I want to make more money. I want a different body, whatever it may be. I want to be around different people. I want different opportunities. You want different. So you don't want to live in reality down here, right? So you never want to be in a contracted state because you will become limited to right here. When you raise your vibration, you catch higher quality thoughts, leading to better quality actions, leading to bigger opportunities, leading to a better life. Now, something I want you to understand right here before we move on over here is the physical will affect the mental, and the mental will affect the physical. And we're going to be talking about mind, body, soul, and environment. And these all kind of intertwine together, and you need to have each pillar of these four over here all dialed in a way to increase your vibration, because a lot of people just focus on one or the other. They focus on raising the vibration through the physical, which will lead to mental increase. Or some people just focus on increasing the vibration mentally, which will maybe lead to some physical increase. But you need to focus on both. Right now, you're focusing on the mental increase of vibration by watching this video. But after this, you need to go do something physical to get your vibration up as well, right? When you're raising your vibration through mental and physical practices, that is how you truly can get all the way up here. All right, and I'll explain this more. And I should have said this at the beginning of the video. I wanted to say this, but the key to the universe, and I think it was Nikola Tesla who said this, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, is think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. I think he says something along the lines of, if you want to understand the secrets to the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And it's so true, because we live in a world where everything is moving, everything is energy. We may see physical stuff, but this is all energy, right? That's all it simply is. We live in a vibrational energy, frequency, fucking reality, and it's so fucking cool. Because once you understand it, once you get this shit, once you unlock the true power hiding within you through understanding this right here, you are no longer limited to the physical. And that's one of the most important breakthroughs you can make as an individual. So we got 4 different sectors I want to cover over here: mind, body, soul, environment. Like I said, we're going to start with the mind. And each one I'm going to start with a rule. All right? I like to kind of have these rules because a lot of the times achieving success with something you do is, what's more important is what you don't do more than what you actually do. Okay? So I want to create some rules for what do you do within your mindset to operate a high vibration. My rule here is do not tolerate anything that mentally brings you down or causes you to view yourself as smaller. So I want you to kind of analyze your life, look at your life right now and every single day from now, and ask yourself, is there anything that you are tolerating within up here, within the garden of your mind, that is bringing you down or causing you to view yourself as smaller? And you have to do this weed pulling. I love this one book. It's called As a Man Thinketh, and it talks about kind of treating your minds almost like a garden. It's a really good way to look at it. And every single day you want to be a gardener to your mind. And just be looking inside of here and asking yourself, what could I change about my mental frameworks so I can stop tolerating things that are mentally bringing me down or causing me to view myself as smaller? Now, it may be environmental things, it may be things with your body, maybe stuff like this, but there's certain weeds inside of your mind that are just sucking your energy, that every single day are just weighing you down. And it probably comes from a negative emotion. There may be something you're angry about that you have to overcome. I know I've spoke with clients before who are trying to grow their social media or make some money, and I've came to discover that they held a lot of anger inside of them from a past experience that happened, maybe towards like a family member or something like that. And because they had that anger, they could never really expand their consciousness and help raise other people up to a higher vibration because they were staying stuck down here. And so I kind of worked him through like a little mindset thing, a little practice, and helped him. It was still difficult. It wasn't a full transformation, but he definitely did come up. He was definitely more neutral about the situation. And what I really wanted him to get to is loving about the situation. And pretty much the situation was he had a dad who was very abusive and a dad that was like kind of really bad to his mom when he was younger. And he had a lot of anger for his dad for that reason. And so kind of what I worked him through is like go back to those moments in time inside of your mind, those memories you have. And I want you to think about that moment and feel that anger right there. But then I want to start shifting that anger towards neutrality or towards even love for that, right? You may be mad at that person because of what he did, but what if we could put ourselves in his shoes and see what was going on inside of his mind and understand that it's his first time living and understand he probably didn't know any better. And even though it angers you that he did that and you wish he could have done better, guess what happened? And guess what? You're going to make mistakes as well. And if you get angry at somebody else for making a mistake, you're going to get angry at yourself for making a mistake. So if you don't love other people for making mistakes, you will never love yourself for making a mistake. That's a quick example of what you can do to garden your mind in a way so you stop bringing yourself down or causing you to view yourself as smaller. And your mind is a prism. I want you to think about it this way. So the prism of vibration. This is the way I think about mindset. You can go look this up. There may be a better diagram if you can't really see it right here. But if you search up a light prism, pretty much what happens, there's like this triangle crystal, and you shoot white light into it. And out the other side pops out like the rainbow of colors is the best way to put it. And the light coming into the prism is the input. It's kind of like, what are you hearing? What are you seeing? What's going on in life? It's all the data kind of coming in to us right here. And the output is the output you get from your mindset. And so this is something really important to understand. We can put two people, we can put yourself and somebody else in the same exact situation. And if you have a negative mindset, but this person has a positive mindset, they operate out of high vibration, you operate out of low vibration, that person is going to get a better outcome than you would. Take a sales call, for example. You get a really good lead. He wants to buy your shit, right? You in a negative mindset are going to fuck up that call. He's not going to close. The other person in a positive mindset, he's going to shift that person's mindset, get them to want to make the change, make the paid in full. Boom. 2 completely different outcomes, all because the prism of life, the prism of your mindset was shifted and you got a different output from the same exact inputs. It's really important to understand. Because a lot of people, they're looking for certain opportunities. They think other people that are more successful than them have better opportunities, but truly, it's just simply the prism of their life, of their mindset right here, whatever you want to call it, is more dialed in, right? It's operating at a higher vibration. And so you can dramatically change the outcomes of your life simply by shifting what's going on up here. So think about your mind right here, kind of like a magnet, right? Once again, if you're operating out of high vibration, anything above neutrality, you're going to attract positive things into your life. Right? Even with the same exact input. But if you're a negative magnet, if you're operating out of the negative side of the magnet, you're going to attract negative things into your life. It's as simple as that. You attract what you are. You're going to attract similar vibrational things into your life as the vibration you are operating out of. Simple as that. You want better relationships? Raise your vibration. You want better opportunities? Raise your vibrations. You want your Instagram posts to do better? Raise your vibration. Simple as that, man. You attract who you are. So I call this mental reframing. That's mental reframing right there, and that is extremely important. So just be looking for the mental constructs you have inside your mind that you can shift, that you know just are not good, that you got to kind of weed out, that you can shift into a better mental frame that's going to work in your favor of raising your vibration. Let's go over to body, okay? Rule for body: do not consume, do, or tolerate anything that steals your physical energy. I see this among a lot of young men, is they tolerate a whole bunch of things that's going to steal their physical energy. It's extremely important not to do that because, once again, the physical will impact the mental and the mental will impact the physical. So you can go ahead and make shifts to your mindset, but if you aren't making shifts to the physical, if you're still going out and drinking every single weekend, if you're still doing drugs, smoking weed, vaping all the time, giving yourself too much dopamine, jerking off all the time, right? You're going to be stealing your physical energy, and it's going to be harder to raise your vibration. And momentum is a frequency. Momentum is probably one of the most important things in life, right? Because as you gain momentum, guess what? The bullshit's still going to come. The negative shit is still going to come. The devil's still he's still going to try to attack you, right? So you need to have momentum because guess what? Things that are going to cause guilt, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, etc., they're still going to come your way. But with momentum, you have such a high vibration that you can take that hit. And so I have a little diagram right here I like to explain to people. Imagine yourself like a ball rolling down a hill, right? And all you want to do as that ball is hit peak velocity. You want to get rolling as fast as possible because that's where you're going to make the most progress in life. Now, what most people do is they fucking allow these little rocks in their life to come up and slow down the momentum. Because imagine, right? You drop a ball down a smooth mountain. It's going to hit peak velocity really quick. But you drop it down a rocky mountain, boom, 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 boom. It's going to be hard to hit peak velocity. It's going to keep getting energy sucked out of it. So you need to not tolerate anything that's going to fucking put bumps in your life, man. Be quicker to cut people off. Be quicker to cut bad habits off. Be quicker to say fucking no. It's extremely important. Because your mind is only as strong as your body. Your mind is only as strong as your body, right? I'm sure you've had days where you wake up and you're physically drained, you're physically tired, and even though you want to have a good day, you're like, oh, dude, I'm fucking tired. I need to take a nap. I don't feel good. You feel exhausted. And that's because your mind is only as strong as your body. So your health is everything. A couple simple things. This is a little checklist I want to run you through that I personally find help me have a really good morning, a really good start to the day. Because once again, momentum is a frequency. Momentum is best built right in the morning. First off, wake up early. Waking up early, I like 5, 6, at latest 7 a.m. If I wake up any later than that, typically the day is kind of like mediocre, but 5, 6, 7 a.m., I'm just fucking feeling the vibes, man. Because I'm up and early and I feel like I'm ahead, right? Higher vibration, man. Number 2, get some water in you right away, right? It's going to increase your blood oxidation levels. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. I like to drink, I don't even know, a full cup of water right in the morning. Even with some electrolytes are great. Sunlight within the first hour of the day. I like to get some sunlight in my eyes, go stand outside, be in a room that has some sunlight, turn on some light, something like that. Get some sunlight in your eyes, especially get outside as fast as possible. Movement is a big thing. I do 30 minutes of cardio every single morning at the moment, and it's amazing. You know, you never feel like getting on the treadmill, but as soon as you're done, you're like, I feel fucking great, man. Gratitude. Gratitude's so important. Once again, the antidote to negative vibration is gratitude. Right? The antidote to negative vibration is gratitude. You wake up angry. You wake up prideful. You wake up fearful. Guess what? When you're grounded, everything is up. Because you have life and you're alive. So how could you be in a state of fear when you're fucking alive, when you could be dead? And a productive task, get something, like have some type of, even just small win, but like if you could have some type of big win at the beginning of every single day. I like to always do a little bit of a work block, like a 1 hour work block at minimum right in the morning, just because it makes me feel like I got something done. I can enjoy my day a little bit more. And some non-negotiables I have is I like daily cardio, and I might even say you gotta get on the treadmill, just get outside, take a walk. 12 to 15% body fat, I tend to find that you feel the best at. Funny enough, right now I'm a little bit higher than that. I'm probably like 16, 17, but I am doing a little mini cut to get it down because I've just been finding as I'm bulking up right now, of course. Hopefully you can tell I'm not fat. I'm bulking. I guess I am fat, but trying to get really big. And so my body fat got a little bit high during that bulk. I could feel my physical energy start to slow down. I started to need 9, 10 hours of sleep to even feel kind of energized. My recovery wasn't as good. Sometimes it's hard to breathe and stuff like that because I'm so big. And so I'm cutting down to at least get below 15% body fat just because I know right there feels great for me. And no overindulging in dopamine. It's the biggest thing you want to stay away from. Do not fry your dopamine receptors. But let's go into soul. Okay? So your soul right inside of here. Really important. Rule. Do not tolerate or do anything that will cause your soul to go into a contracted vibrational state. Right? So think about it this way. You have morals, right? You have like a moral compass inside of your mind. You know what's right and you know what's wrong. And I'm sure there's been times in your life where you've done something that you're like, oh, that just doesn't sit well with me. It doesn't feel good. Maybe you tricked somebody, maybe you lied to somebody, maybe you tolerate some one-night stands, even though inside of your mind you're like, no, but I want a wife. You understand this. This is up to you to kind of decide. But do not tolerate or do anything that will cause your soul to go into that contracted vibrational state. So don't do anything that's going to put your soul in a place of being prideful, of being angry, of being, of high desire, of being fearful, grief, guilt, shameful, and stuff like this. Right? Especially the shameful, man. A lot of the times, you got to set standards for yourself, but then you don't stick to the standards, even though you could, and then you go into a place of shame. You feel bad because you took an action outside of alignment with the best version of yourself, putting your soul into a contracted place. Now, this is going to happen either way. I'm not saying I'm perfect with this. There's times I do things that put my soul into a contracted state, but the most important thing you can do here is gratitude. Right? Like I said, gratitude is the antidote to any negative energy. So whatever you may be facing, I guess some of you guys may be more angry than others, more fearful than others, more shameful than others, because maybe you've been living out of alignment for so many years, you just haven't fucking checked yourself. And I get that. Best thing to start doing is massive amounts of gratitude. Every single morning, write down 3 things that you're grateful for, right? That's what I listed right here. Every morning, list out 3 things you're grateful for. I find for me, this helps me out a lot. I got a tattoo right here that says gratitude because it's one of the most important things to me. It changed my life. Because guess what? I lived a lot of my life in that contracted vibrational state. And just being grateful for the fact that I had today to be alive, today is an opportunity to move the needle ahead and try to become better, instantly put me in a place of acceptance, of love. And key tip here, always ask yourself, what emotion is an action I'm about to take coming from? So try to always feel, okay, I'm about to do something, where is this emotion coming from? Right? Is it coming from a place of a contracted vibrational state? Is what you're about to do coming out of a place of anger, of fear, of desire, of guilt or shame? If it is, don't do it. Right? But if you can genuinely say to yourself that what I'm about to do is coming out of a place of willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and you're probably not a monk, but enlightenment, that's a hard one to reach, then take the action. It's good. Most important thing here is operating out of a place of love. Love is the most important thing in this universe. Love is the most important thing. And if you can go throughout your life being in a state of love and joy and of peace, it will dramatically change your life. And you don't need a certain fucking situation or outcome to get there. You just need to change what's going on inside of here. Now let's move on to environment. We got the last one over here, okay? Here's the rule for this one. Do not tolerate or put yourself in an environment that would cause your energy to go into a contracted state. This is a mistake I made for years, all right? I would put myself in these environments that would put me in a place of anger. I always knew I didn't like going out or going to parties or going to drink, but then I would be lonely and I would desire to feel something. I would desire maybe go see some chicks, whatever it may be. I would desire to feel some type of way. And so I would go out and it would put me in a place of shame. I felt shameful that I did that. I didn't want to go there, but I did it either way. Put me in a place of contractedness. Didn't feel good about myself. And so do not tolerate those situations. Do not tolerate those people. Do not tolerate those situations. Do not tolerate those places, whatever it may be that you find is sucking away your energy, that is putting you into a low vibration. Cut that shit out. Because your environment is either killing your goals or feeding them. And I want you to understand that. And it's your choice. It is your choice to change your environment. It truly is. You can go clean up your room. You can go organize your room. You can go cut off that person. You can go cut off those relationships. You can stop going out, whatever it may be. This is all within your control. A lot of people think that their environment is just the way it is. No, it's not. It's the way it is because you allow it to be that way, because you're tolerating it. But you can change that really quick. I think it's personally better to be alone than it is to be around fake friends or people who are sucking away your energy, quite honestly. Because the only way to break through and get to where you want to go, to have an environment that is intentional, right? Like right now, I love this environment. I'm around people I love in a place I love. I got my own house. I drive my dream car. My life is amazing now. But guess what? Years ago, it sucked. Hated living at home. I have an alcoholic mother. I love you, but it's painful at times. Being around girls that I didn't see a future with, but I was just lonely. Being around friends that I knew were losers, but I was just lonely. And I tolerated that shit. Then I realized it's my decision to keep tolerating this. And so I just stopped, and life changed because I raised my vibration. So raise your vibration by keeping a clean place. I think that's massive. Have a clean house, have a clean room, really important, because when your environment's clean, your mind's gonna be clean. Being organized, building, or being around ambitious people is a big thing. It's better for you to be around, once again, it's better for you to be alone than to not be around ambitious people, okay? Cutting low-level or codependent relationships, big one as well. Stop tolerating those friends that you know aren't going to go anywhere. Stop tolerating that girl in your life that is codependent on you. I know that was me. I always wanted people in my life that I felt like they needed my help, that like were like leeches and sucked my energy, because it made me feel good. It made me feel masculine. Because we're told as a man, you're meant to provide. Yes, you are, but not in that fucking way, and I had that wrong. I wanted the people in my life who were hurt, who needed help, who had a lower vibration than me. And that's just fucking stupid. Do not tolerate those people. And even your social media feed. Your social media feed is a part of your environment. You gotta be very careful of this right here, because your social media feed is the one thing that can brainwash you as fast as possible. It is scary how well these algorithms can be at brainwashing you, because brainwashing is this simple. Show somebody a repeated message multiple times and put them in an echo chamber so they don't hear anything else. You ever been on TikTok before? You ever scrolled through just one fucking topic for fucking hours and it shows you nothing else? That's brainwashing you. Be careful of that. Your environment is your invisible energy. Once again, you can do all of this right here. You can do fucking 3 of them but miss one of them, and guess what? You're still not going to raise your vibration as much as you could. So you need to have all 4 of these right here dialed in. Your mind, your body, your soul, your environments. Keep check of it. Make sure you aren't tolerating or doing anything that's going to bring your mind, your body, your soul, or your environment to a lower vibration. And only curate these things to bring you to a higher vibration, because this is most important right here. Why, once again? Because, dude, if you're operating at a high vibration, I'm telling you right now, you can have this, you can be the same exact fucking spot, but the trajectory of your life is going to massively change. I've coached hundreds of men on fitness, on mindset, on social media, on business. Right? I've helped plenty of guys make over 10 grand a month. I've helped plenty of guys change their fucking life. They came to me with addictions, with shitty relationships and shit like that, and it dramatically shifted their life. And it all came down to the law of vibration, shifting the way they looked at everything, shifting their mind, their body, their soul, and their environments. And through that, their outcomes change. So that's the video. I don't want to keep yapping on. I hope this was valuable to you, and I hope you learned something about this, and I hope you raise your vibration and achieve major success in life. I love you. Peace out.